Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the trade analysis for 4th October, Monday, and a trade review of what happened today. What I have open here is the 5-minute chart of Banknifty. See, from past few days I've been telling that we could fill this gap. If this gap gets filled, we could hit 36,900, take support at this level. That's pretty much what happened today, but all that move came in that single 5-minute candle along with the gap down, so which was not tradable. That okay, it happens in the market. Sometimes all your levels hit, but you won't be able to take a trade. Today we gapped down, we hit this target of 36,800 and then started moving up. We filled that gap that was created today also. See, I took a trade. There was a good trade from here, from S2. We could have gone long, keeping this S2 as stop loss and S1 as target. There was only two good trades. One trade on the top, one trade down for intraday traders. And today was a very good day for option sellers. Anybody who had done option selling would have made a lot of money. We took a loss, a little bit of loss today. I took a good trade here. I shorted here. I exited here. The second trade, I again shorted over here. But I kind of assumed that this trend line would break, so waited, but the price reversed and that's where we ended up making loss. The one trade was good. The second trade we took a hit. But the overall loss was just $1,300, so it was okay, not a problem. See, this is what happens in the market. Sometimes the charts tell you to exit. The chart was clearly telling this is not going to break so easily. See this kind of price action, the two green doji candles that's coming. So this is indicating that though we got a big red candle, even this red candle, but after that there was no follow-up. It didn't look like it's going to break the trend line at all. But still somehow I waited, which ended up being a mistake. So this is what happens sometimes. The charts tell you to exit, but your mind doesn't let you exit. So because of that, we took a hit. Now coming to the trade possibility for tomorrow, I'm just going to shift to this 15-minute chart of Banknifty. This is the same chart that I was doing my analysis from quite some time. This dotted line that you see, right, this orange, purple and orange, this is the monthly CPR. Since it's October 1st, October month has started, so we have the new CPR. I've just plotted that and kept. And today we exactly went and took support at the monthly CPR and reversed. And kind of this nice neat trend line has formed. So for Monday, in case we get a gap up, okay, or a gap down, wherever we open, if we break this trend line, right, comfortably in a 15-minute candle, we could see lower levels. That is, this level is S1, that is around 37,000, and this green line is at about 36,800. So we could see lower levels if we break this trend line. Now, whether we are going to get a gap up or a gap down, looking at SGX Nifty, it looks like we're going to get a gap up. It's showing 120 points. This is because of the US market, which kind of recovered today. It's up about 500 points, but the European market is sluggish. So because of that, the SGX Nifty is pointing at 120 point gap up. This can change on Monday. We don't know. We'll have to wait and watch. So, but as of now, we're looking at a gap up. So one possibility is if we get a gap up around this R1 and this monthly CPR. Let me just expand this. See, these three are the monthly CPR and R1 is here. So if we get a gap up to this region at about 37,380, so probably and if we get a good rejection candles, probably I'll take a short with a strict stop loss, R1 as a strict stop loss, and see if we can get a short until the CPR levels, that is 37,200 or 37,100. See if we can come until this level. That is one trade possibility. Why there are high chances of reversal from here is, one is the monthly CPR. The other one is we have a price action that has taken support here so many times, right? These two support, as we have taken support over here at about 37,380. So this can act as a good resistance on Monday. If we open and hit R1, there's a good chance of the price coming down. Now, if we follow SGX Nifty, there are days where it doesn't follow, there are days where it follows. But if we follow SGX Nifty and open, get a huge gap up, right? It's showing 120, right? So 120 in Banknifty will put us like 200 or 300 points gap up. If we get a huge gap up until R2, I would still not look to go long. I would not be very comfortable taking a long trade unless we break out of this trend line with a pretty strong 15-minute candle and probably a retest, and the retest should hold on this trend line. Then if we get a good signal, yeah, probably I'll go long. But if we get a huge gap up, I would not go long immediately. It's not like this. See, on this day, on September 23rd, we got a huge gap up and just started going up, right? I don't see that kind of a scenario tomorrow. If it happens, probably, yeah, I'll just trade with just 1 or 2 lots, not many lots, because I'm not comfortable with going long unless this high is taken out. This high of 37,800 is taken out. And even at this level, R2 level at 37,500, we can get a good sell off. I'll tell you why. At this level, if we get a huge gap up somewhere over here, right, at around 37,500, we can possibly get a rejection and a sell off. I'll tell you why. I'm just shifting to this chart where I put the historical CPR. See, today CPR is not touched. So this is kind of like a virgin CPR. The logic of virgin CPR, if today the CPR is not touched, most likely the price will touch it tomorrow and then reverse. Okay, this is the logic of virgin CPR. And see, all my trades and analysis are based on CPR. So this is one of the logic, that is virgin CPR. So what it states is, if the CPR is not touched today, the next day there is a chance we might touch it and reverse. So if we get a huge gap up, right, huge gap up, there's a possibility we'll hit this CPR somewhere close to CPR, or this today's CPR, Friday CPR at about 37,500 and reverse. So that's why I'm saying I'm not very bullish. Even if we get a huge gap up, there's more chances of the price falling or the market reversing even after a huge gap up. So that is the possibility for Monday in Banknifty. Let's just look at Nifty and I'll show you a couple of other trend lines. Sorry, I missed this trend line. See, I'm just going to shift to an hourly chart in Banknifty. See, there's another trend line which the price can take support, that is this. We have taken already support twice, one on 21st September and one today, Friday. So in case the price dips, right, for some reason, if we get a dip, there is a chance we could take support at this trend line, which is about 37,000. If again this breaks, yeah, we could see lower levels next week is possible if this black trend line is broken on the downside. So that is the trade possibility and my plan for Monday. I'm looking to sell even if we get a gap up at high levels based on the price action, not just blindly sell. If we get a good rejection, only then probably I'll go for selling with all the pivot levels as the CPR pivots as the target. And if anybody wants to learn more on the CPR trading, there's a detailed video on CPR logic for intraday trading on my channel. You can go check it out. You can find it, just click on playlist. Under playlist you should have this learning videos. There are a lot of videos, you can have a check on it. And if you just want to learn only CPR, you can check the CPR video. Now before we go to Nifty, I just want to show one more thing in Banknifty. Why the structure is still looking like the market could go down. See, every time like we went up, we hit all-time high, we kind of broke this trend line, kind of broke the structure, we fell. Again we went up, kind of broke a trend line and fell. So the same thing could happen even here. We could go up little, wait for a nice trend line break, and we could slip. So this is my view for next week. Now when this fall will stop and we get a confirmation we are going to reverse is if this high that I'm marking, the green line, right? If this high is taken out, then we can say, okay, the market is back on the bullish side. So that's my view in Banknifty. So let's look at Nifty. So even Nifty was pretty much the same. It remained sideways today. there was a huge gap down, and we have created a new gap now. So tomorrow we could even fill this gap, and see, it pretty much remained between the S2. The green line here is S2. This is S3 of CPR. Sorry, this is S1. This is S2. We remained between S1 and S2 and pretty sideways. So again, even in Nifty, we had pretty much the same move. That is one good up move, good down move. And today we have created this gap. So now coming for the trade possibility for Monday, we'll have to see if this trend line holds. Just seeing if there's any other trend line. No, yeah. We'll have to see if this trend line holds. If this trend line breaks, yeah, we could see lower levels. Let me just put on the CPR. See, this is the tomorrow's CPR. You have R3, R2, R1, and this is the middle CPR range. And for some reason, if the today's low, right, that is about 17,450 breaks, we could see further levels, the CPR levels on the downside. See, based on SGX Nifty, since we are getting a huge gap up of 120, that is putting us right, let's just say we assume we get a 120 point gap up. We are exactly coming over here, we're around above R2 of CPR. And why my view is we could get a sell-off from here. I could be completely wrong, it's just my view that we could get a sell-off from here is because of this virgin CPR. Even in Nifty, this is the Nifty chart and historical CPR is enabled, Nifty 15-minute chart. See, today CPR is not touched. See, every day the CPR does get touched. If in any case it doesn't get touched, then the following day the CPR is termed as virgin CPR. So these three lines are the CPR lines, right? And today the price has not touched this CPR. So if we extend this for tomorrow, for Monday, that is, so there's a good chance the price might go test this virgin CPR and then reverse from there. So that is one possibility. And exactly we are getting the, now if I follow the SGX Nifty price of 120, it's exactly coming close to the virgin CPR. So there is a possibility we'll come here, test this level and then have a sell-off. That's my view. So this is the trade that I'm going to look at. In case we break out and start going on the higher side, I'll be a little cautious because I'm not very comfortable with that trade. Now, say what if the gap up happens and we again start going up, right? In that case, we will have to follow this trend line. See, a lot of things are pointing at 17,600. That is the virgin CPR plus the black trend line that I drew. Resistance is coming here plus CPR R2 is coming here. So there's a good possibility we'll come to this region at about 17,650 or something and then get a sell-off is my plan. In case we go up, I would not immediately go for a trade, probably wait for a good move on the upside, probably a retest of this trend line, and then majority of the day if we are trading above this trend line, then I would probably think of going long, but not immediately. The trade looks like it is on the downside for now. So this is my plan for Nifty and Banknifty. Hope this helps. If it helps, please like this video and subscribe to this channel and just share it with your trading friends. Today we had a pretty kind of a break-even day with 1,300 rupees loss, which is fine in option buying. It happens. So thank you for watching, and anybody interested in learning CPR can watch this video and just comment if you like it or not. Thank you again.